That Oval Office spectacle to saving face in Saudi, Ukraine's President Zelenskyy working to repair a strained relationship with President Trump and try and secure a deal to end his country's war with Russia. Right now, Saudi Arabia is hosting the two countries, hoping to smooth over peace talks with Russia since the Oval Office blow-up. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as you can see, will be sitting down with Saudi's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman just ahead of those peace talks with Ukraine tomorrow. The meeting comes as Russian forces claim they're gaining ground in Russia's Kursk region that Ukraine seized a foothold in just last year. Our Patrick Reevel's on the story for us. So what does the Crown Prince bring to these peace talks? Will Zelenskyy and Trump listen to him, Patrick?
Hi, Kira. I think, what we're seeing from Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince is basically the way he's been able to put Saudi Arabia as a potential mediator in this war. It's something that they've been slowly angling for over the course of the conflict, but it seems now they are having more success and basically are just providing a neutral platform for both Ukraine and Russia to have these talks. And obviously what we're seeing here is basically a sort of mirror version of the meeting between US and Russian officials that happened a couple of weeks ago, also in Saudi Arabia. And now we are seeing the US give the same kind of meeting to the Ukrainians. Now, but the difference is obviously stark. We're seeing that the Ukrainians are really hoping that this can be a chance to bring down the temperature and repair relations with the Trump administration and with President Trump in particular, and basically by persuading the Trump administration that they do want to have peace, but also trying to persuade them that Russia does not, and that ultimately they want them to try and persuade the Trump administration that Ukraine needs security guarantees if it's going to have a ceasefire, Kira.
Well, sources I know are telling you that Ukraine will propose a partial ceasefire, but so far Russia hasn't been receptive to that. Has that changed?
Yeah, Kira. So a Ukrainian source close to President Zelenskyy has told ABC today that tomorrow, during these talks with US officials, they will propose a mutual pause on long-range strikes from the air and sea. And this is actually an idea that was floated first by French President Emmanuel Macron, suggesting that it should be a month-long pause on these long-range strikes. And Ukraine says that they want this as a way of basically testing Russia, saying that this can be a partial ceasefire. They will see if Russia observes it, and if it does, then they can attempt to try and move forward onto a broader, real ceasefire. I think many Ukrainian officials believe Russia will not go for it. And certainly we've seen publicly in the past couple of weeks, Russian officials signaling they do not strongly support this idea, repeating again and again that they do not want a temporary ceasefire. I think there's also a possibility that this idea of a truce that's coming from the Europeans and now as well from President Zelenskyy could in part be about placating and appeasing Donald Trump and basically saying, look, we want a ceasefire. Let's see if the Russians do, Kira.